All right, welcome back to Hippie's Chopper Corner. Got the Road Glide put back together, got the wheels back on it, got new brakes on it. I had to stop and run to the parts store and pick up some anti-squeak grease for those back brakes. And man, I don't have a shop manual for this bike. I just call my buddy Jim up there at the dealership and get my torque specs. I should remember it's 75 on the front and 110 on the back wheel if you've got the small lobe cam on your axle. But I wanted to show y'all, while I've got my air filter on, this is a 122 big bore, S&S Diamondback 2-in-1 exhaust. Man, I had to have this pipe as soon as it came out. They unveiled it at Bike Week. I was down at Bike Week, was it last year? Yeah, last year. Not this past Bike Week, but the one last year. So 2022, Bike Week 2022, I was down there. And at Brett Rothmeyer's, I think, Destination Daytona, all the major vendors come out. S&S, J&P Cycles, Dennis Kirk, you know, they're all out there. D&D, and they had this pipe. And I was like, dude, I want that pipe. They only had 4, and they wouldn't sell them. You know, they were just for people to look at. So I called Jim up, and Jim found me one, and because he built my motor. But anyway, I went with this Arlen Ness high flow intake. Excuse me, y'all. Allergies have been awful this week. Anyway, think I can breathe now. What I wanted to show y'all was inside my throttle body. See, nothing but carbon in there. That's all that is, carbon. There's no oil, there's no mist. Even in that little catch can right there. Right there. Arlen Ness makes that. That's a little catch can for oil to dribble down into. Dry as a bone. Nothing. Dry as a bone. Because you can see it better now. I drilled and tapped right here. I drilled and tapped right here. I just put tape on there to hide those ugly worm clamps. Come down here. There is a T, and then coming off that T, going, I don't know if you can see it behind the oil cooler right there. Yeah, there it is. See that K&N filter just hanging right there? So that is how I vent the atmospheric pressure out of my engine. I no longer, because what it used to do is come through these banjo bolts, through a little port, through that hose, and then blow right back into the engine. Hot, oily air. And engines don't like hot, oily air. They like clean, cold air. So that's what I'm sending. I mean, hell, here's my filter. Just dry, just carbon and dirt. Right on the bottom right there. Right there. Now, granted, this thing hadn't been cleaned in over a year. Probably, let's say I just put those tires on, so those tires had about 12,000 miles. That's about what I do a year. And I only clean this thing once a year, so every 10 to 12,000 miles, this thing gets cleaned. But I just wanted to show y'all that. Did get the Road Glide put back together. As soon as I cleaned the air filter and put it back on, it's filthy right now. But I will maybe try to upload this video tomorrow. Oh, excuse me, I take that back. It's Sunday. No, it's actually Saturday. I'm out here just finishing this up. I'll post this later today, and I may put that project over there and fab up the tank and the fender and video that and let y'all see me do it. But anyway, thanks for tuning in. Hippie's Chopper Corner.